8 months after the first tee-off in the Sunshine Development Tour East Africa Swing Series, and 8 competitions later, it would all boil down to a final double-header, the Absa Invitational Series. 2 last tournaments, 1 last opportunity for the golfers to find an extra point in the World Golf Rankings to maybe qualify for the Kenya Open or even get a Sunshine Tour card.
The biggest thing when you stage a tour is, will the players come? I think number one is the biggest thing. And the players have consistently come from far and wide. I think we've been very lucky to have the PGK, the members of the Professional Golfers of Kenya have supported us tremendously. So they've shown up both here and in Kigali. We've had the West African contingent from Nigeria, from the Central African guys, from the Southern African guys, who've also come to play with us consistently, guys from Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Nigeria, Cameroon, Ivory Coast. So from that perspective alone, we do believe that the tour now fills a gap for Africa.
It's one of a kind where we get to compete with more than 7 countries. So it's a really big challenge, but we are taking on the challenge. For the East Africans, we are happy that it's happening here in Kenya. It's always home.
Apart from South Africa, it's one of the best golf nations in Africa. So I think Kenya is the best. They're doing well, they're doing great. And for them to develop Sunshine Development Tour in Kenya, it's a good job, it's amazing. So to be honest, I really love it.
It gives us a very good game time, because that's what we've been lacking on this side of Africa. So I think it's actually moving in the correct direction, where we're looking forward to play here. When you play here, you get a lot of game time. You go to South Africa, the bigger tour, you can do better.
We've been able to compete at the highest level right here at home, and that's given us amazing pathways to go international. So we are happy. I'm so happy for that. Yeah.
We always be here all the time. Even this season, I'm planning to come and stay here fully, so that I can enjoy myself and I enjoy the game.
Initially, of course, we are the Sunshine Development Tour for East Africa, but it's now our belief that we actually are satisfying a need that is there on all of Africa, except in South Africa, where they obviously have very organized golf. But I think this now fulfills a need for really the entire professional cohort in the entire African continent.
More than 70 golfers drawn from 10 countries would tee off in the opening round at Thika Greens, with veteran Dismas Indiza ending the day with a 2-shot lead after carding 5 under par 66. Behind him was the 3-way tie with Mutahi Kifogo, Taimur Malik and Willie Deus Kitata all on 3 under.
I played really good today. I made some few good putts, missed some putts out there, but overall I'm very happy with my performance today. I'm starting to play really good golf. Towards the end of last year I started to almost win some events. So yeah, it's showing some good signs, and I'm just going to continue that good form. I'm very excited. Personally, I really like Karen. Karen is one of my favorite golf courses. So for me to be playing well heading into that gives me a lot of confidence, and yeah, I'm sure I'll do well there this year.
It was okay. A few mistakes are there, like the greens a little bumpy, but I guess we all play the same conditions. So I left a few putts there, but hey, guess what? Any under par, any day, I'll take it. Mental, I stayed tough, no matter how many bounces you could have on. I hit 18 greens in regulation, and so always, if the ball striking is good, I guess day and then you're gonna make a putt and you're gonna miss a few. But overall, I feel like we did okay.
As a nation, and also in the sports world, we have so many talents across all sports. The only thing that maybe we don't have is that people are out to support them. When we don't have more sponsors to support most of these young growing talents, then we are wasting them. So we are happy to see what we are having here today. Very important that we are hosting, as I said again, hosting this for the first time around in Kenya, this golf tournament. And this is still going to go around the continent, and hopefully maybe globally also around the same. So for us, in management, this is the way to grow the sport.
The sponsors came through, small trickle, But we are really, really thankful to Betika, to Absa, to Johnny Walker, to Pure Travel, to Vivo Shell, to the Kenya Tourism Board. All these guys put in, a substantial amount of money to lessen the burden on IMG Kenya, which was the promoter of the event, which also put its own money into the tour to sort of, we were the insurer of the tour.
At Absa, we look at your story and we look at your journey. And as we look at your story, we start recognizing the effort that you're doing right from the foundational level. And that's how we came into this Sunshine Development Tour, because it gives an opportunity to our upcoming golfers to start exhibiting their talent, to start developing their talent. And in a way, even when we meet them at the podium, we'll have walked the journey with them. We've been part of sports for the longest time. If you look at here in Kenya, we've been part of the game of golf for over almost going to 20 years now. Whether it's looking at amateur golf or professional golf. Our win is the impact that we're going to have on the players themselves, the impact that we're going to have on the society, and especially when you look at the economic impact that we make with our sponsorships.
One of the hallmarks of the East Africa Swing Series is that it gives top-rated amateurs a chance to compete against the best of the best in the region. Taimur Malik made a name as a youngster, and he was back in the country to take part at the Dhika tournament.
I first started golf when I was 3 years old. My dad took me to a golf course in Egypt. That's where we were based at the time, and I haven't stopped playing since. I love competing. I love playing golf against other people in tournaments and trying to win. That's ultimately what we're all trying to do out here. And I've always been a winner since I was a kid. Struggling a bit through my amateur ranks, but hopefully we'll be able to bring it back soon. I feel like at the time when I won that Safari Tour when I was 17, 18, I don't think I was honestly ready to win. I felt like it came a bit early in my career and I wasn't as developed as I am now. So I feel like even though it was a victory at the time, I kind of struggled with that throughout the last 2-3 years. But I'm able to now sort of understand the game a little better now. I played junior golf with Jeroge since we have pictures of playing together since 4 or 5 years old. Throughout our junior career, and now he's obviously turned pro. So yeah, seeing him on all his success, he's definitely a motivation, and I'm really proud of all that he's achieved last season. The level of competition in amateur golf is very high, especially in this country now. The top amateurs are playing very well. And I feel like I can definitely compete with them. I've done it the last 3, 4, 5 years now, so it's always fun to see how they're playing and always fun to learn from them.
The second round was just as competitive, with Mutahi and Kitata finishing the day joint top after both cadets scores of 68 for a total score of 6 under.
In the beginning I fell asleep. The first 2 holes I was sleeping, but then the first 2 holes I hit kind of okay tee shot. I missed the green, I chip and make a putt, so I made a par. Next 2 hole, bar bounce, lost the ball. Those are 2 strokes given away, and then after making that double bogey, I was like, hey Willie, you better do your job, or people are gonna sneak in here, and you don't wanna keep sleeping. So I had to a little talk to myself before the next tee shot, and before you know, I'm back and wake up and start to work.
Day 2 was good. I thought the course was a lot harder today. The flags were pretty tucked and the wind was pumping because I played at a later time. So yeah, for the score I played today, I'm very happy with that. It was a good 3 under. I hold some good putts, and yeah, I managed to keep cool. Actually, it's been a while since I've been in the lead. Almost since like a year and a half now since I've been leading. So yeah, it's nice to be back here. I feel at home actually. I actually don't feel a lot of pressure. We'll see how we feel tomorrow. But yeah, I'm feeling comfortable in this spot and I'm excited for tomorrow.
Zimbabwe's Visitor Mapwanya is in a 3-way tie for third, 2 shots behind the leaders.
It was good, yeah. Though I started with a bogey on the first hole, but I kept going, grinding, and I managed to squeeze 4 birdies on the front 9 to shoot -3 on the front 9. On the back 9, I started very well. Yeah, I made par on 10th, par on 11. Now on number 13, I hit it left, then I couldn't find my ball, so I made a 7 there.
With 3 shots separating the top 8 golfers, stiff competition is expected on the final day.
I'm gonna keep on doing what I do best. I'm gonna control what I can control because I cannot control for the other players, but only my staff. I'm gonna control what I can control and leave the rest to the big boss upstairs, and then we see where we finish and how it goes.
I've been hitting really good shots and really good drives off the tee, so I'm just gonna try capitalize on my swing and hopefully hold some putts. A low score is out there for anyone.
My chance is 100%, and I just need to stick to my game plan and stay positive.
The final day at Thika Greens was a war of attrition as Kitata carded a final round of 72 for a one-shot victory.
Oh, it feels good. I mean, always a win is a win, and it always feels great after you've done your job because we put in too much to get to put yourself in that position, you know. So if I put myself in that position and I cross the deal, always it's gonna feel great. Now I had a bad few luck there, and then like bad bounces, you end up in a place where it shouldn't be, and you know, the greens a lot of 3 putts because slow greens, bumpy greens. So what are you gonna do, you know? But then yeah, after that I was like, you know what? I think it's about time to get yourself together, take a deep breath, and start work. To come to Kenya and my first victory as a profession to be in Kenya, it's amazing, and I think it's a lot of big things are gonna happen from today because I remember when Uganda denied me a chance as a kid. I came to Kenya, I had nothing, I was in a bus corridor, I came to Kenya, and then Chalran at Royal Nairobi gave me an opportunity to practice and play, and pretty much my career started in Kenya. That's why for me, when I meet Kenyan anywhere in the world, I say, asante sana.
The series finale would be held at the majestic Karen Country Club, one of the premier golf courses in the region and the venue for this year's DP World Tour event, the Magical Kenya Open.
Karen Country Club is a club that kicked off in 1937, and we are very grateful to the founders of the club. It has grown over time to become the club that it is today. Known for golf, because a large part of the estate is actually golf, but we offer a lot more than golf, and that's what makes it a country club. It's an 18-hole course, has very exciting holes. Some of them are par 4s, some of them are par 5s, some are par 3s. Yeah, shooting a ball over several water features, that makes it extremely exciting. The location of our bunkers, we've used a lot of professional help to just get the course to the standard in which it is right now.
The Absa Invitational at Karen had the biggest field with 113 golfers drawn from 11 countries competing on day 1. Njoroge Kifogo put on a masterful display, carding 6 under par to finish the day top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, it was pretty alright, smooth sailing. 2 bogeys on the card today. 6 under, I'm happy with the score. The course was playing quite alright. The greens aren't the smoothest, but obviously they're preparing for the Open, but I'll take the score. Yeah, so I started on the back 9. I got off to a hot start, 2 under through 3 and 3 under through 6. And yeah, I had a par 5 coming into 18. I knew I could take advantage, but I did 17, 18 and 1, and that got me to 6 under. 2 bogeys coming in, but I bounced back with 2 birdies. And yeah, all in all, I'm happy with the round.
Rwanda's Celestine Sazuera was a shot behind after posting a score of 5 under par, 65.
I would say I started quite really good with birdie on number 10, and I went par, and I made some mistake on number 13 where I get bogey. I wasn't that bad. Just I keep my head down and say, let me keep focusing for this. I want to win it 100% overall because it will be my third win of the tour and the final of the tour. So it will be a good win for me and it will be a good opportunity to get a card for Sunshine Tour.
Playing on his home course, Johnny Lim was joint third on 3 under.
The course played well. Obviously, there's a lot of work being done on the course for the Kenya Open, but it played fairly. You feel much more comfortable playing at home. You know, I've played here since I was a kid, so I know my way around here. I know the greens, I know the lines of the tee, so it's a big advantage playing at home.
The second round was one for the ages as Njoroge and Sazuera served up a thrilling second round to end the day joint top on a total score of 8 under. Having started the day top, Njoroge increased his lead early on, but bogeys on the 9th and 11th saw him fall 3 shots behind a fast-charging Sazuera. Unperturbed, the Kenyan fought back to claim a share of the lead after making a birdie on the 18th.
Started decently, birdie on the second. Felt like I had some momentum, but just couldn't get it going with my distances and yardages. Kept flying some greens, and I just didn't have my distances on. But all round, I did what I could with what I had today. I just kept on trying to make good swings. Just tried to keep going, give myself chances. I did, and just a few more sloppy mistakes coming in, but we'll work on that and hopefully they're not there tomorrow.
3 birdies on the bounce had seen Sazuera open a 3-shot lead before bogeys on the 14th, 15th and 17th holes saw him pegged back.
I would say getting birdie on 8, 9, 10, I was too happy. I was putting quite well. Yeah, and went to 13 where I got bogey, and 14 and 17, which I was swinging quite bad and some winds too. But for the day I like it. I end up with the birdie on the last hole, which came in the back and for the reeds, which will be okay for me. Can't say much. I will still play my game plans and try to keep my ball in the positions, and I do my best. You know, this is my final round of the season, so it has to be best of the best.
Amateur Elvis Muigwa was one of the day's best performers with a score of 3 under par 67, taking him to a 3-way tie for 4th place.
My round was very okay. I started the back 9. I started very hot. Through 3 I was 2 under. I think today my putting was okay. And turning first 9, played level, and I'm happy with the scores with that score level, yeah.
The final day at Karen was all about Njoroge as the talented youngster put on a dominant show, carding 6 under par for a 5-shot victory on a total score of 14 under.
Feels great. You asked me a question yesterday, what was my favorite win? I think today might have been my favorite win because coming into Thika I didn't have my best stuff, and coming out of the holiday I wasn't too confident, but this has definitely helped boost it. So I feel great. It feels good. It feels good. It feels like a statement. It feels like a statement. It feels like a testament to all the work I put in.
Sazuera had to contend with 2nd place on a total score of 9 under.
My round I started quite well with birdie 1 and 2, but I bogeyed 4 and 5, which got me back to level par. I keep my head down, continue putting, playing my game plan, but could make some putts, which make me lose some birdies and get some pars. And going back 9, I was just playing unlucky shots, which I was putting slowly, and green was so faster, so I was missing some birdie putts, which makes me play 1 under par.
Amateur Taimur Malik finished third after an impressive final round of 65, so him end the tournament on a total score of 8 under.
Struggled the first day, but had a good second and third day to finish the season off, which was nice. I hit the ball well today, putted much better than the first 2 days, which really helped. As long as you keep it in play on this course, I feel like you have a lot of chances, and I was able to capitalize on most of them today, which was nice.
In this first season, we have got Celestine Sazuera from Rwanda, who booked his ticket, and Epe from Nigeria, who booked the tickets to the Kenya Open through the tour. So from those perspectives, the development tour is doing exactly what it was designed to do, to create a platform for players to play, to earn some money. But really the ultimate goal is for them to graduate.
It's first time for me to qualify for Magical Kenya Open through STT. It's been a big year and challenging year for me, but I kept my head down, I kept hitting balls nicely, and finally I qualified for Magical Kenya Open for the first time as Rwandan. I truly wanted to play Kenya Open since I turned it pro, 2022. I keep pushing, but I was missing by 1, by 3, by 1, by 3. But this year I was like, let me lock in and try and be in top position and play for Kenya Open. And I'm happy and I made it for the Magical Kenya Open for the first time.
The crown jewels of the East Africa Swing Series are 2 golfers who made history by becoming the first golfers from this region to get the Sunshine Main Tour playing cards. Naomi Wafula and Njoroge Kefogo are the cherries on the East African cake.
When I was first told that I'm back on the Sunshine Tour, it felt great. Knowing how much work I had to put in, how many times I failed, and knowing what went into it, it just felt like all of it is coming together. And yeah, I just really can't wait to get started.
Getting that opportunity, it was a moment for me that showed that when you chase your dreams, they really do happen. And for me, what helped me a lot is I was trusting the process. So I was doing a lot of training and I was enjoying that process. And the outcome, it all came out in the tournaments. And I'm just so excited for that milestone. And it was always my dream. And for sure, when you work for something and you believe in something, somehow the universe just brings it to you.
I'm very hopeful for Njoroge. He's won 4 of our 10 events in season 1. That's just domination of the tour. So I've got a lot of prospects for Njoroge. Naomi's season, she's been a good amateur for many, many years. She's played consistently through the tour, competing against men and really mixing it up with them. She's going into the Sunshine Ladies Tour. It's going to be tough for her, but I think she has what it takes to grow, to mature into a full-blown professional. So I'm hopeful for both of them.
My target at the Sunshine Ladies Tour is to see how well I can compete with the best ladies in the world. And the target is I do all my best and hopefully make money from it, and hopefully at the end be able to get a pathway to the Ladies European Tour.
I give most credit to God and my parents. Without my dad giving me a golf club, I wouldn't have been here. Without my mom supporting me to turn pro, I wouldn't have been here. So I give most thanks to them, my family, and my friends.